Welcome back to Airbrushing with Aaron. We did some painting the last time, and now I need to clean the brush. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to empty the excess paint out of the brush. Because this is acrylic, I'm going to spray some alcohol, just normal rubbing alcohol through the brush. And this just flushes any excess paint out. Dialing the pressure up can help get it through quicker and pull out more of the built-up paint. Next, I'm going to flush it with some lacquer thinner. Now, it doesn't really matter which kind of paint I've used to do this. I find the lacquer thinner really bites in and removes just about any stubborn paint that's built up in there. Okay, so then I'm going to break down the brush and give it a proper cleaning. First of all, take off the back end and pull the needle. Then I'm going to take off the front end. And then I'm going to take off the nozzle cover so I can take the nozzle out. And there's the nozzle. And then if I'm doing a really thorough cleaning, I'll take this out also, the spring cover. These are the various components. So the first thing I want to do is clean out the inside of the brush. You can see some paint build up in there. So first thing I'm going to do is get that out, cover up this end, fill the cup with some lacquer thinner again. Take a cotton swab. See how that lacquer thinner just dissolves all that paint. You want to make sure this is good and clean because any paint residue can interfere with whatever color you use next. I'll take a pipe cleaner and get in there and clean out the paint channel, and you can also run it up from the back and get into the packing a little bit, because sometimes you'll get paint back up in there, as you can see. For the needle, I put some lacquer thinner on the paper towel and I drag it through the lacquer thinner. Always drag it from the back with the point coming the last thing through. You don't want to push it through the paper towel. You can twist it a little bit as you come through, but always pull. The needle is very sharp, and at the very least you're going to damage the needle. At worst, you could drive it into your finger, which hurts. To clean the nozzle out, I'll put a little lacquer thinner into the back end of it, let it run through. You can kind of let it drag along, and then I'll take a pipe cleaner and very carefully twist it around in there. You don't want to push too hard because you don't want to damage the delicate end up here. Now it's pretty clean. Now that I've got everything cleaned up and wiped down, I'm ready to reassemble the brush. I'm going to start by inserting the trigger. This is always a bit fiddly because it has to line up just so. There we go. It's in. And then I'll take the spring and its housing and screw that into the back of the brush. Then the nozzle, one of the most critical parts, and you want to be real careful with this one, and its housing. You want to finger tighten that as much as you can, and then there's a wrench for this, and just tighten it down. You don't want to tighten it too far because you don't want to strip it out. And then the air cap. One of the things I like to do if I don't plan on using the airbrush for a little while is use some lubricant on the needle. This will help condition the packing inside as well as help the needle slide a little easier, and it has the added advantage of not letting paint stick to the needle as much. Just wipe that carefully down the needle. Again, pull the needle, don't push it. And then very carefully slide this into the end and just push it home gently. Tighten the screw. Now that that's together, I'm ready for the next painting session. The best way to get the most out of your brush is good maintenance and keeping it clean. I clean mine after every painting session. Next time, we'll be on to painting real models. See you then.